My name is Jeff Baker. I'd like to welcome you to my application video. I'm going to take questions 3 and 1 kind of at the same time. So question 3 asks what my perfect job would be, and to that I'd answer it's one I've already got. I just want to get a lot better at it, so that's where MIT comes in. So my current job right now, I've been self-employed since about 2000, primarily revolves around consulting and teaching. So love to consult. I love problem solving. Getting a master's degree just gives me that many more tools in the toolkit to solve bigger, better problems. From a teaching standpoint, growing up between parents and step-parents, I had 3 professors at Illinois State University and 1 middle school teacher. So I don't know if it was nature or nurture, but I really love to teach. Having a master's degree is going to elevate that knowledge to hopefully make me a better teacher. Also open up some adjunct teaching possibilities at some local universities. So that's number 1. Number 2 is research. Love to do research. I actually did 2 projects when I was an undergrad, 1 in chemistry, 1 in chemical engineering. So I love the depth. I love the focus to that. The third one is personal growth. I like to set big goals. One of my favorite quotes is, set a goal so big that you cannot achieve it to grow into the person who can. And so I've really taken that to heart. Whether it's succeeding at the chemical engineering program at the University of Illinois, which was the number 3 rated in the nation at the time, and yes, MIT was the number 1 rated at the time. Whether it was that, whether it was conquering my fear of public speaking by speaking at a national conference, or whether it was completing an Ironman triathlon, 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, 26.2 mile run at the end of it. Big goals, but achieving those big goals is very, very fulfilling. So that's what the number 4 spot's for. Blended program at MIT. The journey's not done yet. MicroMasters was a milestone. It wasn't a destination. So we've been called pioneers, and it's not the Horace Greeley Go West young man. To me, it's Go East young man. And east of Cambridge to complete the master's program. So I hope I can do that. I hope I can contribute to that like I did being a CTA for the 5 courses. If I can contribute to the blended program, would love to do that as well. So those are my 3 big whys. And what I found in my life, if I've got a big enough why, the how-tos kind of take care of themselves. So question number 2, what previous supply chain training and work experience do you have? For me, it's about 25 years, started off in 92. We were commercializing a brand new product, so as a chemical engineer, I was responsible for manufacturing it. But as sales grew from $2,500 to $2.5 million over a 4-year period, supply chain problems became the key problem that was holding us back, not the technology. So I became interested in supply chain. Around that time, I went back to school, got my MBA, and then a couple of years later made a transition back to the Chicago area, was in a Big 6 consulting firm for a couple of years, and then since about 2000, I've been an independent consultant, doing a lot of work with mixed integer linear programming, doing a lot of work with sales and operations planning systems as well. The other things that I do is I'm an instructor, a master instructor for the APICS certifications, both the CPM and the CSCP certification, and I also do a lot of work with the Institute for Business Forecasting and Planning. I'm a trainer there, I'm a consultant, and I also work on courseware development. So despite that background, I learned a tremendous amount in the SCX courses, and I know there's still a lot more to learn. So I'm really looking forward to that and hope I can do that at MIT. So question number 4, a global supply chain problem that I find most interesting. Recently, I think that the impact of carbon emissions on global trade patterns and reshoring initiatives, especially in light of the Paris Climate Agreement, I think that could be potentially a big issue. So if you look at aviation and shipping, each of them emitted about as much CO2 as Germany does. So they're major sources, but they weren't included in the Paris Accord. But that's going to have huge supply chain implications if we ever get serious about that and roll them in and they come under scrutiny. From a resiliency standpoint, you can imagine that even the threat of some kind of a carbon tax might drive a completely different supply chain, maybe drive some reshoring initiatives. So we've got to determine what the new supply chain would look like, and at what point do you pull the trigger to readjust your supply chain. One of the options they talked about was slow steaming, like they did in 2007, 2008. If you do that, you can reduce carbon emissions by about 30%, but then the question is, do we want to get back to that same situation where we've got extended lead times and extra pipeline inventories? So, fascinating topic, nothing I'm going to be able to figure out in 4.5 months, but I think it's interesting. It'll be interesting to keep an eye on that. So, this wraps up the video. Thanks for watching. The MicroMasters has been one heck of a journey. Really loved it. Hope I can continue that journey this winter at MIT. Thank you.